They're talking about how it's the wrong day for me to host this because boosting's back. Once again, I intentionally scheduled this podcast for today to yet again impede your guys' progress strategically. Just like I woke up Nico Romanov to fuck you guys over that one day, so too did I schedule the podcast on the day that boosting comes out. Slow you down. Welcome to the podcast, Ray C and Lysium.
Yo, what's going on? How's it going, guys?
Lysium,
Yo, what's up?
Is he eating chips or is that you? Oh, that's you.
That was me. Sorry. Wow.
I'm still waking up.
We are joined today by some of the greatest role players ever.
Whoa.
And Lysium. Bitch. Sorry. I need to actually focus and do this in a proper and professional manner. Welcome everyone to Roleplay Podcast. We are surviving and thriving as a podcast. We have now hit we're at over 20 episodes. We're the largest roleplay podcast that exists. I think we're the only one. We're desperate for people to come on, and that's why I have brought on Racy and Liz. I'm kidding. I actually am really hyped.
What a segue.
No. The honest segue, the real segue, people have been asking for me to bring you guys on for a really long time. I think during the company days, I didn't want to. It was like I'm role playing with these guys all the time. I usually use a podcast to get a chance to talk to other people, but I think it was a really good time to bring you guys on. We also wanted to, me and Ssaab were talking, we want to do more sort of group focused episodes. So today we're, a lot of the conversations we want to ask you guys about building a gang, building a group. You guys are the founders of Hades. That's the long intro from me for the Roleplay Podcast. You guys can find us at all of the podcasting platforms. Okay, I'll stop talking. Please introduce yourselves, Racy and Lysium.
You want to start, Lysium? Want me to go?
Bro, I'm not even awake yet. You can go ahead. It's so early, bro. It's 7:10 a.m. for me. Oh my God.
I'm Ray C.
A cup of coffee.
That's what I'm waiting for right now.
Been playing on NoPixel for 3 or 4 years now. I play the character Raymond Romanov among other characters as well, but that's my main character right now. And I've been friends with Blau and Lysium and Ssaab here for a long time too.
What are we supposed to do?
Introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. Hi guys, what's up? I'm Lysium. I've played Benji for about 4 or 5 years now. It's been a great time.
Have you ever played other characters?
Yeah, I like a few, but
But cop
Benji
character, right?
Yeah,
Pumpkin?
Benji pays the bill, so
I will admit,
Benji.
Benji is a funny fucking character.
Yeah.
I got to actually role play with you a lot more in 4.0, and yeah, Benji's fucking funny. I see why you play him.
Very relaxed, man.
You should have seen Benji in 2.0 as a Valgos member.
Oh man,
How'd you guys interact in 2.0, Ssaab and Lysium?
He was part of. Oh my God, dude!
Let
How
him
we
go
started?
first.
Well, first, before Benji, so we first was Speedy. He was running the Vagos, right? And we had a war with Speedy, right? Because we were the LB down Lee Street, down Grove, and we had conflict with Speedy. And eventually that brought us together closer. And we started doing deals and jobs with Speedy and the Vagos. And the Vagos and the LB became really close together over time, right? But what happened is people started branch out a little bit in 2.0. And Benji got to the point to where in the Vagos where he was making so many connections outside of it. He wanted to just leave and do his own thing. And that's how we kind of just met, is because he wanted to leave and Speedy wasn't sure about it. And a lot of roleplay happened where we had to get involved. And that's how I met Benji, the character.
Mm-mm.
The Lord.
Oh man, I don't know. I met Ssaab I think it was my fucking my 5th day on the server or something. And what do you call this? He probably doesn't know this, but a lot of the fashion that Benji chooses is based on people who have fucked him up. You know what I mean? So day 5 or
wait,
even sooner than that.
So Benji got fucked up by a bunch of little bitches?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how he dresses.
Let me tell you who the bitches are though. Okay, give me a second. day one, Benji shows up in the city with a singlet, you know, like a fucking wife beater shirt and shorts and slippers. First event he goes to is a Mr. K event where fucking 50 people from the whole city start banging him down, bro. So I start dressing like the people that beat me up. Who shows up? It's fucking Ssaab right next to Benji, bro, talking shit. And this girl just kidnaps me later in Sandy Shores too. The guy wears a backwards hat, bro. So Benji starts wearing a backwards hat.
Oh my God!
What?
I'm not kidding.
I didn't know about this lore of your character.
Yeah, for real,
Me
for real.
too. Me too. It's the first time I hear about it.
Wait, that's cool, actually.
That's really cool. I have no. That's wow.
Then the way, like for example, the way Benji walked, the first time it was from the first time that he saw Bovice before he even went to jail. He saw Bovice in Polito, and Bovice was the first person to G-check Benji. So he started copying the way he walked. It's this kind of stuff I used to do.
Damn.
Bovice was a boogeyman for sure.
Yeah.
Ray, what about your intro into roleplay? Because I actually remember Ray's first day. I wonder if Ray does.
I do
Me
remember.
too.
My first day.
I remember his first day as well too. Maybe
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, the first day I remember walking out the apartment, and the first person I was greeted with was like a stripper fireman who was played by Blau here, his main character Mickey. So that was kind of funny. He used to be in a different group entirely than the one that I ended up joining in 3.0. Were you? I think you were in CG at the time. Were you?
Yeah. When we first met, I would have been in CG. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first met Mickey's character, Blau, the character Mickey, well, he's in CG. And it was like Garrett and Mickey and everyone who was helping me out. So it was my first day. But
you're not gonna mention the box shit.
I am gonna make it. I don't know why. Okay, so I walk out the apartment and I remember my first day. I'm like, guys, there's a wood crate, like a box in my hand, and I just did not know how to get it out of my hand because my first time spawning in, no idea what the hell is going on. I'm learning everything, and Blau does everything he can to help me get this box out of my hand, and it was a very funny story.
I eventually just gave up on you and just let you carry the box around. I'm pretty sure
There was no clear prop. You couldn't clear it.
Yeah. Just put it down.
Put it down.
Okay, I wanna jump into some. So, and you guys can tell me where you want to start, but I actually think both of you guys have good experience with this concept. Because you guys have done it now several times, and that is how do you start a gang, and like actually build up a gang, and that's kind of like the main topic for the day. It's a juicy one, and I think a lot of viewers want to know because, and sort of preface, I think what we've seen in NoPixel and possibly probably in other servers, but you kind of like I do genuinely think gangs come and go. I think the only maybe like exception to that has been Chain Gang has stayed around since like 2.0. But other than that, Mandem comes and goes. Ray, you had Rust. Lysium, you had Seaside. So gangs come and go.
Yeah, different variation of like, GSF ballers, things like that. Yeah,
yeah, even some of the like named ones. And those are like also native to GTA, but like the leadership sort of different. So let's start with the birth of the gang though. How does one go about creating a gang in GTA roleplay?
Okay, I can start with this. I don't mind. So it's kind of a funny story how Rust came to be. So obviously, as my progression of 3.0 started, I started hanging out with the Clean Boys. It was like Hassan used to call me every single day. He said, "Hey, I want to pay you back for like, essentially like helping him out with Oxy and stuff like that." So he started bringing me into like jobs and things like that. I met Buddha, I met Nino, I met and Tony and everyone like that, and I started hanging out with them. And I noticed that we went to do these heists, and we needed laptops, and we needed supplies for heist, and we needed a bunch of things. And at this time, when you get into RP first, you kind of get addicted, right? And I genuinely did get addicted to being in the city all the time. I thought about it, I dreamed about it, stuff like that. So
you were in a lot.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was
addict.
I was an addict. I was playing like 20-hour days.
Dreamt about it, huh?
Yeah. My first few. Bro, like imagine Lysium if you started in 3.0 when all the updates were happening in the middle of it. That was me. So it was a lot of fun. It was really, really cool. Get away from Rust and variety and stuff like that and come into something that was really, really enjoyable. So anyway, I noticed we needed a lot of supplies. And I think the number one answer for your question, how do you start a group, is connections. See, I had connections with Buddha, Nino, everyone like this. And I started meeting people through those people that eventually helped me create a gang. Rust started as an auxiliary heist group to gain supplies for the Clean Boys. That's what Rust was.
Yeah,
I
it
had
was
people.
What was the
just an
acronym
operation.
for?
It was Raymond's Unfortunate Street Team or something like that. It was just like a night crew that like I stayed up 20 hours, so I'd spend time with the Clean Boys, and at nighttime I would go and collect supplies with Rust members to do the heist in NA with the Clean Boys, and they were completely fine with this. But the thing about it is, CB, you know, like after we got through a lot of the heist and we got through a lot of the progression and stuff like that, a lot of the boys stopped coming around as much because, you know, I was still newer. I still was very passionate. You know, people have been playing this for a long time, especially like people like Buddha, Tony, stuff like that. They weren't around 24/7. So I started leaning more into the connections that I had made through the Clean Boys to make Rust. And I made it an official thing when the gang system came out.
Damn. All right, Lysium. What brought about Seaside? And who do we owe the? You're muted, by the way. And how did you come up with that awful name? I'm kidding. Great name.
Wow. Very deep question, bro. Oof.
Seaside. What's the origin? How did you go about becoming the leader of Seaside?
Okay, well, I mean, Ssaab touched on it earlier. So I was part of the Vagos, and I fucking loved it, man. I think I've had some of the most fun in roleplay in Vagos because I don't know. It felt like that was probably one of the times in the whole of NoPixel that still felt very, very pure. You know what I mean? I was
Organic, yeah.
very organic. You know, 50 viewer Andy, not influenced by jack shit, and I'm just like I'm going through it. You know what I mean? I'm shooting people that are like 10,000 viewers, and I'm not thinking about nothing. You know, and now it's like, so basically, I was still working full time in the Vagos. In IRL when I was in the Vagos.
What was your job?
And I was a teacher, and I was also an IT admin.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's why you were so salty. I didn't invite you to the Crim Academy.
Yeah,
Because
so,
you're an actual teacher.
Yeah, and so
Are you so
anyway.
salty about that?
No. It's fine.
Your voice kind of sounds a little salty.
I would be salty, but
I haven't woken
up.
up. I haven't woken up. Give me a second.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You just sound like a little. You
Yeah,
just sound
I mean,
a little
like,
press.
I saw your classes. It wasn't, it was nothing special.
Oh, shut up. So you were
Yeah, these
watching.
classes suck.
Wait, you saw the classes. So you're a viewer.
Oh yeah,
so you were watching.
No. I was in the server.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How are you watching? You must have been watching my stream.
I saw the shit show.
Are you subbed?
Yeah. Actually, am I? I don't think I am.
Q3, man. Don't worry.
Sorry.
What
continue.
else?
So you were
I don't even know.
you were teaching. You were in the Vagos. 50 viewer
Yeah.
Andy.
So it was just like, I was stuck in the AU time zone, and it became more and more disconnected because Saeed would never stream on the weekends, bro.
No, it's
You know what I
annoying,
mean?
yeah.
Like fucking fully, like I'd just be alone, and then like the things that I would do in the RP, I didn't mind it at the time, but it started getting to a point where I did something in the weekday. During the weekend, I'd have like 3 days of roleplay by myself as one of the leaders of the Vagos, and then come Monday, everything would be like 180, and then it's all different, right? So I said, okay, fuck this shit. I talked to Speedy in character. Can you be around or not? You can't? Okay, then I'm gonna leave. All right. So I just leave, and we start making Seaside, man.
I want to. So we start making Seaside. Tell us about how you made Seaside. I'm still listening. I have to go run to my door. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
I can hear that.
Remember, bro.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
I don't even fucking remember, bro. How the fuck? What kind of question is that, bro?
I mean, did you like?
Well, how'd you come up with the name?
That's a good question.
People were memeing some shit, bro. Because you remember the whole Tyrone thing and saying East Side. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course. I
So,
forget. I see
every
that
time
daily.
every time we had a meeting post Vagos, we were next to the beach. So they'd be like, "Oh, you're next to the
let's go to
seaside."
Seaside.
Yeah.
Oh. bro.
It was dumb. He was dumb as shit. It was a meme, bro. It was a meme that just caught on because I couldn't come up with a name, which is why this time around with Hades, I'm like, Ray, choose this name. It's a lot better, man. It makes sense for something, you know.
We
It's a
spent
cool name.
1 to 2 weeks coming up with a name. It's not even exaggeration. We had meetings, like 6-hour meetings about how to make a name where we had everyone in Hades.
That's the hardest part. That's always the hardest part, right?
We had people writing names on a board. We had like 100
Slime
names.
Money Gang.
We started his Slime Money Gang. We were like, this is not gonna. We're not naming our group Slime Money Gang.
Slime Money Gang it goes kind of. I will admit
There's a lot of
this.
potential.
So I've actually told Ray and Lizzie. I literally messaged them when you guys came out with the name Hades. Me and Dim Oak were literally, I think we were in a group call. We were like talking about like not even RP. We were talking about planning out like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign or some shit like that because we're fucking nerds. And you guys dropped Hades, and we wanted to be haters. So that's how I knew it was a good name. Was I couldn't make fun of it. I thought it was pretty good. And if I couldn't make fun of it, then that means it's pretty good. So congratulations.
Bro, you stop RPing after you came up with Midnight Society, bro. Come on.
First, it's Atlas, which is actually kind of sick.
Fucking hell.
Atlas is sick.
Second
Second of all,
wait. So let me ask this, okay? How'd you come up with the name Hades? Like, what was like the how you guys were like, okay, this is the one. Let's go for it.
Well, I'll start with that because the name comes from the old gun running group that Michael Simone set up in 3.0.
Yeah,
I was a part of that. Yeah. So Michael Simone basically, you know, let wash his hands clean of that shit. And I just wanted to find like an edgy name, and bro, I just went back to Hades, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray agreed too. So
yeah, we were stuck between a few names. We just wanted something that could.
What other names you should come up with that you were stuck with?
Oh, Chapter 11 was one of them because it's like
Chapter 11.
Yeah, it's like a legislation.
Because the company went bankrupt, bro.
Yeah, we went bankrupt.
I
the
get
company.
it. You filed Chapter 11. I get it.
Yeah. It's pretty
sick. Breaking off. Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad you guys didn't go with that.
What is 75?
Okay, so 75 mob is that we took. Well, if Mickey was to come, right? We took 75% of the company that was left, and we just made a new group with it, which is in our opinion, we took with the best people that we thought fit in with Benji and Raymond, and we made Hades that were still from the company because we got some incredible people in Hades right off the bat due to the company.
Right.
Do you know something that I realized is, and I actually don't know if I've talked about this. I don't know if the viewers have talked about it as much. I would love for your guys' thoughts on it. and Ssaab, you've been in gangs and groups and stuff. Lysium, you mentioned one of the main reasons for leaving the Vagos, and I realized this. Like, dude, like Speedy is not around. Like Speedy's time zone is not the same as yours, and he said he doesn't come around on the weekends. How important is it for a group or a gang to literally just be playing at the same time? Because my take is I think it's really fucking important. That was like actually kind of what was the main friction of the company.
Dude, I feel like for Hades, the perfect example, I think the bare minimum is that you need to at least meet and be able to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you stop doing that, like I could fuck Ray over so hard, like when he's asleep, and he can do the same to me when I'm asleep, you know? And there'd be no content to wake up to, dude. He just sweep everything clean and it'd be game over. So I think it's very important. At the very least, if you can't be together at the same time, you really need to have like a mutual understanding at the very least, you know?
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of potential people that wanted to join Hades that we strayed away from because we tried to tell people, hey, we all want to be awake, and it's the goal, be awake at the same time. We can create cool storylines, awesome RP set up for stuff. But if we have people split up between AU, EU, and then they can only see us maybe for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, it doesn't really do very much for the continuation of the storyline for us in NA. So what we did with Hades this time around, which is different than Rust or maybe even Seaside for Benji, I don't know, is that we made this specifically an NA gang. It is very important, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100% different for me. I've never done NA.
Yep.
Like, yeah. I
Ssaab,
never wake up at 6 a.m.
Ssaab, what's your experience with like time zones and crews and stuff?
100%, 1,000%. You need to be in the same schedule, the same time zones. Or else, like you said, it's almost like like almost like an extension of a gang, but they're not really full of it because they're not always around. You're not really shaping the roleplay around them and what's gonna happen with them. They're just there. They exist on the outside. So I definitely agree. I think for the gang to pop off, for it to actually work and make sense, you need to be around doing shit together so you guys can build that chemistry.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I've always felt like that when viewers are like, oh, like these crews should be together. This person should be in this group or that group. My number, like, actually a really good example of this was ex Choco Bars on January Foos when she was like looking around at like crews and stuff. And for me, I was like, she gets along with. It was like, well, she gets along with this crew, that crew. But for me, I was like, well, there's literally, if she wants to join a gang, there's actually just two options. It's either gonna be Hydra or the Besties, because that's just when Janet the streamer streams. Like,
Right, yeah. That's what lines up with her for sure. I mean, I used to get shit on Ssaab back in the day for waking up late, you know, like things like that, right? So not being around with the boys who are doing stuff like that, you have to be around, right? So for it to work, I think you need the gang leader especially and the group to be around that time for it to pop off.
Yeah. I agree with that. I had the same experience with even with her heist in the Clean Boys. I didn't wake up on time all the time, and I just woke up to thousands of DMs from certain people, as you could imagine, tell me that I need to get my shit straight. But yeah, waking up is very important at the same time.
bro, Ray was a menace.
I woke up to so many messages from you.
Yeah,
Still
Ray
is,
was-
man.
I
You're
saw,
the after hours, right? Because you come in like 2 hours late, right?
Mhm.
Or 3 hours, and like, what the fuck happened? But I missed the past 2 hours, man. Like, what the fuck?
I feel like there were times during the Clean Boys era where Ray was like in the city like 18 out of 24 hours, and yet the 6 hours he wasn't there were like the 6 hours we needed him.
Yeah.
The crucial, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, so you guys came up with Hades. What's like how do you choose then an aesthetic? This has been something that I've always wondered, which like, how do you differentiate yourself as a gang in GTA roleplay? I have some thoughts on this, but and Ssaab, I know you can chime in on this as well. Like, how do you choose like the vibe, the theme of the crew?
I can start with this. So it's funny, as you mentioned before, we have led groups and we've been in a lot of groups. We've experienced dealing with every single type of group you could imagine, both Lysium and I. And we were going for an aesthetic that doesn't necessarily have to revolve around the south side special of a gang, right? Like, oppress everyone. Oh, if they're using your colors, you have to like press them, do this, like push people away. We kind of took a lot of what we learned from the company, like bringing people in, allowing people to do jobs with us, stuff like that, giving people opportunities, not being so like, oh, get the hell away from us. We are only staying inwards. We strayed away from that mindset. And I think that's been working really, really well for us. And obviously, Lysium had some cool things with his mask and some aesthetics regarding that too. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think it's just about once you establish your kind of vibe and your goal. I think the fashion then comes into into play as well. The aesthetics of how you're trying to pull everything off, just a bit more uniform and whatnot. I feel like we really like took a lot from the company. I think the freedom that we have is one of the most fun things about being a member of Hades. You know, it's not so. Reddit will say otherwise, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of freedom in what we do. I'm not pressed about turf. I don't think about any of that shit after I end my stream. I'm very happy now, you know?
Yeah.
Just very relaxed, man.
Well, what changed for you?
For me, just the pressure, bro, because I felt like when we were doing Seaside or Rust and stuff like that, because we declared ourselves as like a fucking gang banging crew, right?
Right.
It would just attract so much bullshit, bro. It'd be a constant competition every day. Like I said this on my stream yesterday. Like now I feel like I'm not even trying. Like I'm not even like I don't care, you know? It really is. The only thing I care about is essentially heisting, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just better this way, bro, because I feel like groups tend to hate us a little bit less too in terms of roleplay and whatnot. Community is a little bit more calm because they don't view the gang that we are in as a threat. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Yeah, just
There is like there's this like almost dynamic that occurs in NoPixel that's like it's like a competition almost, like gang
100%.
competition, crew competition. What is 3? Why is chat spamming 3 of 3?
Oh, so in regarding, there was something new to the city. It's a little bit meta, but whatever, we'll talk about it. It's called fentanyl. And even though we haven't really necessarily been like pushing for like gang like stuff like too much, we did get very, very, very lucky with fentanyl, ending up through our connections and the various other peoples getting every single fentanyl package that there was of the city.
Damn, I saw some of the tables as well too.
Yeah.
Bro.
So,
Yeah.
so it's
That
really, it's really
is-
cool. And what we did with
I
it is
can't
like,
wait for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah, what we did with it was we used that and we actually shared that because like Lysium was saying, we're going away from like just staying inward and stuff like that. We shared it with other groups. We've been giving people opportunities, giving the information out, stuff like that, because we don't want to just, it doesn't matter if we get ahead this early or anything like that. It doesn't really matter. What's more important is building those connections and not being the most hated group in the city.
Bro, that was really cooked, man. And what I mean by like not trying, it's more like the first there's been 3 fentanyl events, okay? The first one, we failed miserably, but one of our recruits who's running like a recruitment gang or something like that literally gifts us the stuff. And we're like, oh wow, I did not even expect this. Thank you. Second event, apparently we thought it was scuffed, right? And another crew that wants to be a part of Hades comes and gives it to us again. We don't even know some of these guys, man. And we're just getting this stuff. And you know, you can already imagine how the competition feel about everything. Hades stole everything. You know, but it just feels like a little bit more. Yeah, and then the third event came around. We thought Ray was actually a part of that. And how did we come across the third event? One of our members named Tic Tac just gave up. Yeah, Tic Tac gave up on the event. He gave up. Okay, he's walking by Jewel Dragon. He's like, why is there an NPC on the road with guns out? He checks the trunk. We get the event again.
Oh my god!
And oh man, my god, and it's just, you know, it's just been our luck, man. And now somehow we're the most hated again without even trying. But okay, yeah.
I wanna wrap back to the question.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know any of that stuff. I do not keep up with like. Yeah,
you're out of meta. You're out of meta. We'll info dump you when you come back, man. Don't.
I mean, I need the unlocks. I'll wait. Listen, I'll wake up Nikki after the podcast or Nico Romanov, whichever one you guys want. But Ray's like, oh fuck.
Again.
But like, okay. How did the transition from then the company go to Hades? You know, because it's a lot of ex-company people, correct?
Yes, I actually want to briefly gloss over this. It was very, very good that we started with something like the company, because the company really we strive to say, hey, this is not a gang. We kept saying that. We kept pushing for that. We didn't hold down any turf. We didn't like purchase street blocks like certain crews did, where they bought an entire street of houses or apartments or anything like that. We just bought whatever we wanted. Like, hey, someone bought a house in Polito. Someone bought a house in Sandy. People bought houses in Fudge, stuff like that. And it's kind of funny because that ended up working for us in our favor. See, when we transitioned from the company, which is a mix between ex-gang members and complete civilians, zero experienced people, what we said to ourselves was, hey, we can take some of these civilians, we can teach them how to become gang members, or we can keep them more on the legal side, is what we did. And it was lucky for us because we had so many properties in so many different places that now, like Lysium said earlier, we don't really care about holding down turf or care about various things because we have so much just land to work with. We can stay in Polito, we can stay in Sandy, we can stay in Fudge, and we can do whatever we want. And we don't have to hold down anything. We don't have to press anyone. We just live our lives, and it's been good.
Yeah.
I
think
well, I have a subscribe. What about KJ and the Pharma team? Where are they at? Are they still with you guys?
Oh, they kind of stopped being as. I think they stopped being as impactful as in the company because he set everything up, so everything became a little bit more natural and less elaborate, I guess you could say, when it came to the Hades, because you know Everybody knew their role already, and people that were supposed to sell, they just automatically do it now. You don't have to force them. I feel like the biggest thing is, how do we transition into Hades?
Yeah.
Basically, everything that OTT did wrong, we're doing it right. I think that would be like a big, that'd be like a big way to say it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the blueprint was, the blueprint was like, how did he fuck it up? And then let's make sure that the people that got fucked up by it in this new group, we're not gonna let it happen again, right? So
yeah, you learn from history. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I will say that the content that Maximus did on OTT and like the company days were a fucking movie. And you know, even if it did cause like all this like people going at, you know, the leaders going at, I think
I'd say, well, that goes back to your first question earlier, right? Like how important time zones and stuff like that. Honestly, I think if we woke up together, a lot of the shit that we experienced in a company wouldn't have happened. Like really, it's just, you know, he just went through so much for like 8 hours without us, man. And then by the time we woke up,
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, like no matter what you do, he can be as influential as he wants. He does something for 8 hours, but me and Ray wake up and Mickey wakes up. 3-1, bro. That shit's getting changed. You know what I mean? Just like no matter what you do.
Even before that, when it was with Marty, Psych, and X still in the group, it was even causing issues back then. Like time zones.
But I think it's possible to have different time zones for different gang leaders that come together and sit at one round table. Is that possible?
I don't think
ego get in the way.
I don't think I've seen it work. I would love for someone to find me like
doesn't Cypress have something like that, right? Where they have dons and then they all sit at one table, or yeah.
You gotta meet a little bit.
Cypress, I'm not gonna lie.
You have to meet at least a little bit, because I think like even Cypress, I think the one person, like the one leader that's probably like disconnected is Speedy. But Speedy is like, you know, best friends with Lang, you know, like that's very different than a brand new
but
gang.
It seems like they have their own crew, right? They all have their own crew, and they all come, and then the leaders all sit down at a table, and then they discuss
I'm not sure. I do not know about that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about it. But to be honest, I would say for something like that to work, you would need a prior relationship between the leaders.
Yeah.
But because we didn't really have that type of relationship with the person who was leading a different tsunami, it did cause problems every time all of us did eventually end up meeting. Where we were having hour-long meetings where in character we were just like arguing. It was a shit. It was a genuinely. I don't know if we can cuss on this podcast, but it was a shit show. So
Mickey knows, bro. He'd be one of the first guys. I don't want to have these meetings anymore. I don't want to wake up to stress, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I just want to hide.
Yeah, this is
welcome to RP, man. RP can be stressful. I mean,
dude,
we'll talk about it, but it can be stressful. It can be stressful.
No, Sam, Blau was so funny, bro. Towards the end of the company, I think for a full month, Blau was just like, Benji, I don't want this. I'm done. I don't care. I want to step down. You take the decision. You get my vote. Whatever. Yeah, I don't care who dies. Whatever.
People to this day, I think, still think it came out of nowhere when it was like literally for a month. I was like, I just want to fucking leave. Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, like there are different kinds of people who like role play, and let's be honest. Like I actually believe this. Like this is about me, not like the characters. I think me, the streamer, I am not suited to be a leader of a role play crew, because and literally this is like some OOC shit, because I travel a lot, because
you don't have the time commitment,
or because I get bored and I want to play another character, and I end up going and playing a bunch of other characters, and I genuinely think that means that like on Mickey or on my main character, I should not lead a group. Like I think Mickey should. Like
you need to role play freedom. You need to role play freedom. You know,
you said something really important. Wow, yeah.
There was a moment in the company where I was like, I'm fine with the company continues. I just don't want Mickey to be like the leader. Or like a leader. I want him to just, hey, what's up, guy? Like,
yeah.
No.
I feel like that was cool in the beginning.
And there's gonna be always more pressure on you as a gang leader, because you have to also provide for your people, make sure they're doing things. Sometimes you feel like you're responsible for making sure these people have something going on. So you're not all sitting in a
Because-
circle just
True.
doing nothing.
That's true.
It was
Sab, yeah.
it was so cool, Sab, because when Mickey in like 3.0 was like very meme-ish, you know what I mean? Like he was just fucking around half naked with a suit and do whatever later.
I don't think Mickey was a great character in 3.0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was just like you did random shit. But the thing is, when in the beginning of the company, Blau, it was perfect because you finally saw Mickey in like full power position.
Yeah.
Being able to do what he does best, right? But then after 6 months, 4 months, it became a point of like, oh no, Mickey, it's real life now. You have responsibilities for everybody, you know? And then, oh fuck, that shit just started hitting, bro.
Yeah, Blau said something really important earlier. I do agree with this. If you are not around like 1 or 2 or even 3 days a week, whatever it is, like as a leader of the group, you not only miss so much with your group, but you also get behind in so many things as a leader. Because like Sab said, you really do need to provide stuff like content for your group or like missions or whatever, and you need to like navigate your group. And if I've missed a day or two, come back to like the most crazy wars, come back to some of the most
Yep.
crazy stuff happening.
A lot of
And
fires.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is all this? Why is the city on fire right now? Like, I was out of town. Like, I you know what's going on? And me and Lysium have experienced that already. With we even experienced that with the company when we took breaks, but nothing too crazy in Hades yet because we've both been on a pretty good schedule.
Do you guys also? This is also another part of building a gang. Do you feel some responsibility for the people in your gang, even like, and I know it's role play, but OOC even, where it's like, hey, like you're partly a shepherd, a steward of their content. Like, how do you feel that responsibility? And if yes, like, how do you manage that?
I would say absolutely. I think it's
100%.
yeah. I think there's yes, it's RP, yes, it's storyline, yes, we're actors, but we are still people, right? At the end of the day, and you have a lot of impact by being around and helping your people out in character on their lives. OC, you want to talk?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that stuff's like inevitable, especially now. I think it's so apparent that it affects everything. It's crazy, bro. It's I mean, that's when that's why I've always said joining a gang, bro, is like it's an OOC commitment as well. Like, let's be honest. Because that is what you'll wake up to every fucking day, you know?
Even in 3.0, like
Yeah.
groups literally moved in with each other during 3.0 to continue playing games. It was funny, you know. But yeah, you want to do all type of things for your group. You know, when I join a group with these people and I experience how good they are at role play or at creating stories, I want to help them get prio. I want to help them do this like other stuff. I want to help them with their storylines and help them improve as people with their characters. There's so many things I want to do. You know, I think it's very important.
Agreed. I mean, like I said, going back to what I said regarding that pressure that you have as a gang leader is making sure that you're providing content. You are making sure that people are eating as well. When you eat as well, you bring them along because you're also trying to do this collaborative effort, right? That's what makes roleplay, unique. Is as soon as you log on the server, you don't have to try to organize everybody and get them in a Discord call. You have them in the server where you can collaborate right away and work with them, right? So if they succeed, you succeed. So, 100%.
On that note, how do you guys feel about gang hopping and this concept of like, because it's funny. I remember, for context, I remember in 3.0, like early 3.0 was like very frowned upon. Whereas I feel like now we're like pretty deep into 4.0, and I swear like a lot of people have been in this gang, that gang, X, this gang, X, that, and it's like it feels way more normal for people to have been in a lot of different crews. How do you guys feel about people gang hopping?
I can give you my small perspective.
Yeah,
Sab, let's hear yours.
See, from somebody who has been playing COD for a long time to Crim, I think the atmosphere of gang and how people are doing crews is much different. It's not as old school as used to be, as like there's only one way out. Because the way when I was playing Crim back then is when you join a gang, there's only one way out, and that's with a bullet, right? You know, you blood back in, or you get blood back out. As simple as that. But nowadays, I feel like people are more relaxed due to the fact that I guess this caused a lot of conflict on a greater level. And I can tell you, somebody who's been part of staff, especially in 3.0, not much in 4.0, there's been a lot of complaints about people issues when somebody does something in a gang and they want to, put them out, and that person still remembers shit, and it's just like, come on, man. So it's like it ends in a very toxic way a lot of times.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the atmosphere actually changed with 4.0. I think me and Lysium talked about this a little bit in character, that we probably aren't doing blood in and blood outs anymore. More so just figuring out some sort of way to go about it when it happens, because we haven't had to do it yet.
Yeah.
But
I feel like when it comes to gang hopping, people getting blooded out and whatnot, I feel like there's been a decent level of understanding for the characters that we've been involved with, because I don't think we've had to blood out anybody and then they end up snitching or telling the whole story to everybody else, because I feel like you should have a clear understanding, right? If you are not gonna perma, you should at least play ball. You know what I mean? I think most role players who realize there's gotta be a repercussion, and if you get caught, you know what I mean? Like, it can't just be the scene of me putting a bullet in your head and that's it, right? So I think for the most part, people are good with that. But gang hopping, man, gang hopping is a lot different now too. Like, you talked about the OOC perspective about being in a gang and whatnot, but it's the same shit. I think there's this hidden thing where if you've been part of a gang for a few months and then you suddenly leave and try to go to another one, people will be very wary,
Does that happen
honestly.
in 4.0, gang hopping? Compared to 3.0, from your perspective.
Oh,
I haven't seen any gang hopping yet in 4.0, to be honest. The only thing
Yeah, me too. I've not heard about it much.
Yeah, people are kind of really sticking with the groups they're in. In 3.0, it was more common because 3.0 lost it a long time. And when you are in a group for a very long time, you kind of want to experience other things after a while.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. It's sometimes you just want a different vibe.
Somebody in your chat mentioned Wong and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's one of the very loose character. He's a character that did something against the company.
He didn't perma.
Oh, okay. That's a different one. The besties one. Okay, never mind. There's one that perma. There was just a snitch. I forgot which one.
That is Wong. But he didn't perma. What ended up happening is that every single group heard that he snitched on the besties, and no one would touch him with a 10-foot pole. So essentially what he did is he shelved the character and is playing someone else now. So there is repercussions in RP to the actions that you do, because now on the other character that he's playing, people are giving him opportunities,
Yeah, but I feel like on the server / Los Santos, you can come back from being a snitch so easily. A lot of people come back from a lot of dumb shit, and I feel like if you actually care and willing to put the work, it might hurt for a little bit, but long term you can come back from it. A lot of people come back from it. There's a lot of snitches that are gang members right now.
Well,
I think, don't you have to be a known character though? Don't you think so?
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
my take on snitching, Ssaab. Let's be honest. If you're Mr. K and you go and snitch on some people, no one bats an eye, right? But if you're some but again, that's also because Mr. Kevin on Mr. K has built up the reputation. Yeah, he's built up the reputation where he can get away with that. And
right, who's gonna challenge him, right? Who's gonna step up?
Even the character, right? Even the character Benji can go and snitch, and people aren't gonna Yeah, I actually like how Ray had his. Ray used to never snitch. Ray was actually the true the classic NoPixel criminal. I never snitched to the cops, gangbanger. I never snitched to the cops. And then in 3.0, all these people just started to snitch on Ray and Russ, and Ray was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna snitch now too."
In 4.0, the company, I said it. I was like, "Hey, in Rust, I got snitched on by other gangs." So in 4.0, when I was in the company, I didn't care. And then people called me out. I said, what are you going to do about it? Even I snitched on almost so many groups that were shooting at us. So it was pretty funny progression.
It is also one of those things where I think chat's perception of gangs and crews, I think they might have gotten a little thing, some things mixed up in reality or fiction or whatever, where there's this idea of oh my God, you talk to the police, you're a snitch, where it's bro, the biggest, baddest criminals in real life and in fiction all talk to the police. they snitch all the time. They just snitch on not their own. Like the bad thing is when you turn on your own people, but they're like, yo, I'll snitch on. Yeah. I'll be a rat to these other crews all the time. I mean, that's literally that people are like, oh, like really, like that's the cartels. Like the cartels literally just worked with the police to then try to fuck over the other cartels.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think another important thing, just to end on that topic, is it's important to know how the person gang hops. We actually had someone gang hop from a crew that we were at war with recently, is coming to like hang out with us because they didn't like the way their gang operated during that conflict. They just thought it wasn't good. So depends, like if it's something that like they want to snitch because someone in their own gang did something wrong to them, whatever, it's a little bit different. To my understanding, Wong snitched on like 2 or 3 groups he was with, so it was more than just one as well.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think as 4.0 goes along, I think it's fine if people want to like hop gangs, move around. I think like it's funny. Coming from me, I think that if I was playing Mickey now and Mickey was in Chain Gang and I left Chain Gang, I would perma Mickey 100%. But I'm way more okay permaing characters now. Whereas like that was also back when I was new to roleplay, and that
only variety streamers do that, Blau.
Only variety streamers do what?
Perma.
I mean, Ssaab's done it a few times.
I've done it way too many times.
Probably too many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the future of gang RP. That's it for GTA.
Yeah. What do you think is the future of gang RP then, guys? Like what kinds of things do you want to see?
Do you want to hear what I have to say?
Yeah, Ssaab.
This is crazy. But I truly believe this can happen. Okay, we need to find a way to monetize gang RP. And how do we do that is hopefully in the future, Rockstar allows us to bring sponsors into the server, and then you can have the server sponsor gangs that wears a set of attires or certain things, certain shoes, and then you pay those gang members and the gang leader, right? So you're getting paid just being the server in real life, but you're also getting paid also RPing as well. So it's a win-win. That's the future. That's
esports.
Are you sure you want? Are you sure? this police wipe brought to you by Nike. Like
Yeah, you got gang members walking around with Air Jordans, man, not rocking the new one, showing it off, dude, so people can buy it. There's viewers watching the characters, right? They can buy those shoes online.
Bust brought to you by Subway. Like that's gonna be crazy.
Have the shoes have like a QR code or something like that.
After we clap them.
I love that though. That's a cool
idea.
idea.
We're gonna bury you guys 6 inches deep. Speaking of 6 inches, you can get the new 6-inch Subway of melt from like, bro. The ad reads would go crazy.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's a really cool idea.
Bro, I do that already right now, bro. Whenever I get a VPN sponsor and I see a VPN in game, a VPN, yes.
Yeah, a computer. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's a lot of sponsors that'd be cool with that.
I
truly think that you could also take RP to the next level because to help even stronger and to even add more to it for sure.
I actually took a sponsor from I took this is the only time I've done a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor. I took it because they said I could do Raid Shadow Legends while in the GTA category, and they let me do it in character. And I robbed a bank as Mickey and was playing Raid Shadow Legends in character on the phone during the bank robbery. And I was like, look, you have enough time to play it even while you're robbing a bank.
Bro,
like, they were cool with that.
Have you? No. The craziest thing. Have you seen the craziest ad in fucking NoPixel, bro?
No.
What is it?
It was Whippy, man. You know what he did, right? He was sponsored by Lenovo.
The laptop thing. That's right.
He was sponsored by Lenovo. Played both his characters and chased himself.
Oh wait, that's sick.
Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty cool.
And he's like, you want to know how I can do this, guys? Lenovo.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually really sick.
That was a genius marketing idea. My God, that was fantastic. That was great.
I like when people do like fun, like out there sort of things.
Yeah. He would be on Croc as a passenger of one of the PD guys, and he would be giving comms about how he's chasing himself.
That's cool.
It was actually cool.
That's also like fun to have like two characters that would normally never meet that way. Oh damn! I didn't know he did that. That's sick.
I bought a house after that sponsorship.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
You got the bag.
We have the leaders of Hades here. There's certainly got to be some people who aren't in a gang, some characters who aren't in a gang. What's top of the draft list, top of the poach list for Hades? You guys could poach one character not set in a crew. Yeah.
I mean, for me, things have changed recently. I really mess with Ssaab's character. I like Ssaab a lot. I don't know if he would tend towards that, but beside that, honestly, Mickey, if you actually came around, as well, I'm just saying you two are.
If you weren't a fucking flake. Holy.
Wait, Yuno's not part of a crew?
What's up?
I said Yuno's not part of a crew?
Oh, bro, is
Kinda.
the
He's
leader
with-
of Hades, bro. The fuck you talking about?
Oh,
Comes around, Ray and Benji, like, yep, yeah, okay, sure. Kill who? Sure. You don't like that guy? Fuck him.
As for that, to be honest, Blau, it's kind of just
bro.
we're just figuring it out. We're just finding people and we're just bringing them in, and that's it.
Yeah.
We're
I
not
think
in a
that's a
rush.
good thing to say too, bro. Like Blau. I don't think there's anybody that we've ever actually wanted to poach, man. Because you talk about like what it takes to start a new gang, bro. And I'll be honest with you, trying to start a new gang right now in a server like NoPixel, honestly, bro, it's impossible, man.
Yeah.
I just you cannot step into the battlefield right now and think that you're gonna be somebody. Unless you are a massive streamer that will just have people gravitate towards you automatically, it's not gonna happen, bro. They're like characters like fucking. You could be a very good, a clever character, and you know what to do. You understand the basics of leadership. But at the end of the day, if you don't command like the following or people's respect, you're fucking done, bro. And that's why we got lucky with Hades, right? Because between Benji and Ray, we don't even need to look for people, bro. Like Benji didn't buy a house, Ray didn't buy a house. People just gifted us one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's cooked. You know what I mean? Because they'll be like, oh, gee, I've been following you since the company and I'm not using it a lot. I'd like to give this to you. And that's just the kind of thing that builds up. Like, I think the same thing happens with Ssaab, You're talking to Marlo and he's taking you boosting. If you were like another character, the guy would just gatekeep you for the next 3 weeks,
Yeah, no,
And
I'm definitely very lucky. I mean, I was able to make 100K in the first week I was back on Ssaab is because of the connections of people that just are, like the people I knew
Everything
from
okay, Blau?
5 years ago. Now, like the gangbangers I used to know from 5 years ago on Ssaab that used to be just like pumping gas from me back in the day are now running massive
Like
fucking
Benji.
operations, right?
Yeah.
Like running gangs or running massive operations, and you're like, whoa, dude, what the fuck happened in 5 years? I missed so much, and they're willing to let me work for them, and that's cool, right? So,
I love that.
And to be fair, I think one thing to say is and like the viewers know this. Everyone like obviously there's a degree of like of clout and viewership that's always going to be involved, but you also have to factor in that like a lot of times that also is correlated with like good characters and good role play. I'll even give an example of like I don't think I would have done this if it was other people. And like and this is a good example is back in 3.0 when I ran into Luciano DiCenzo randomly in a parking lot. And I heard him speak and I was like, "Oh, this is Z-Tark." And it's because I know it's Z-Tark that I'm like, I need to like I want to cook up something cool for them. And that's where I like had them basically be like Mickey's like heist crew in training that I eventually had rob the clean manor. Because I was like, well, I want to give a cool opportunity to them because I know they're good role players, right? And like you recognize that, like I think that just happens though all the time. Where you're like, oh, I want to give this person an opportunity. I mean, it even happens when I play like other. It would happen even if like say Lysium or Ray, if you guys played another character, people would hear your voice and they'd be like, well, I know you're a good role player. I know you do good content. I want to give you an opportunity. So
yeah, I mean, like you said, there's like that OOC element to it, right? Clout, whatever you want to call it, viewership, right? But it's so weird because I think that was a more understandable argument back in the day, but now it's just part of life, bro. It is what it is, like this is the playing field. If you have 20,000 people watching you, there will be more people role playing with you a certain type of way because it's just the game, bro.
Game recognizes game.
Yeah, it's like you can't they got there because they know what they're fucking doing. You cannot discredit that, right? That's why I never like. I get like there's a part of me that gets annoyed that things are like that, but like at the same time I get it, because I get it too sometimes. So it's just.
I think it's about expectation, right? It's that like, hey, the server's a content server, not a maybe not like Wild RP where it's like a pure roleplay server.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm now
Absolutely.
giving you. I have another question for you guys.
Okay.
You guys are now allowed to poach a character. You're allowed to poach a character from an existing crew. Like I'm gonna give you like a golden ticket, and if this golden ticket given to that person changes their mentality and they'll leave whatever crew they're in to go and join Hades, who do you give it to? If there was like, oh, I would actually really,
That's
I
hard.
would, and it can be any crew.
There's like 3 people that come to mind like immediately.
Okay,
Oh,
Ray.
3 or 4. So obviously we have a really good connection with and stuff back in the days, and he goes with Cypress and stuff like that. But I really do enjoy the way he RPs. I also really enjoy. This would never happen, but I also really enjoy all 3 of these people's characters. Flippy, Rami, and Buddha's characters are also so good, but that would never happen. But I really do enjoy my RP experiences with those people.
Right. No, but that's why it's like, it's the fictional golden
Yeah.
ticket though of like who you could bring in.
Yeah. It would be one of those 4 probably.
What about you, Lysium?
I don't want to say it, bro, because you'll get clipped.
That's the whole point of this
That's the point.
question.
What do you mean?
What do you
But it's
think
not
he's
like-
asking
Bro,
these
if I
questions? You
could
think-
change their fucked up head, X, man.
That one's not happening.
Has anyone ever talked about? I will say you and X is content. You
Bro, that's the thing, right? I am talking like purely content-wise and being selfish. Fuck like the cow crazy. Dude, you could wake up and the bastard would be like 15 minutes in. You feel like you got the next 10 hours planned.
Yeah.
No, like that's just facts, bro. Like, he's got content brain, bro.
do you
Not
wanna-
that-
He's a machine.
If
He's a
nothing
fucking
else,
machine.
if nothing else, there's never a dull moment. But I wish some days it's too much. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I wish I could just like activate it anytime, but not every day. Every day is too much.
this is a weird
For
thing.
18 hours straight.
Yeah.
I feel like I got this in the company. I actually love this content. And again, it would depend on what
Bro,
character I play.
no,
But if I was playing,
Blau. Think about X last time, the beginning of the company, where even Mickey was going crazy, bro.
yeah,
The energy in the company, I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, he fucked us over, whatever. The first 3 months,
that content was.
fucking-
I think that was peak.
That
it
was-
was a good vibes.
that it
I
would be
agree.
hard to find anything that could compare to that 3 months.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
not
great.
gonna lie.
Dude,
It was insanity, bro.
The interns all pledging their remember we had like 30 or 40 people all pledging their
Bro,
allegiance to
yes.
CEO Jean Paul at the base of Mount Chiliad.
That was some crazy stuff.
Bro, all you need to do to see how crazy the company was, just load the video where I'm leading 20 interns to Blau, bro.
Mhm.
I saw
They
the
just-
video
they're
on
just-
Union Square.
and they go in the,
well.
and they
Yeah,
go
that
in the
was cool.
sewer, and it's like Mr. K and Uchiha are like chasing them in the sewers,
Yeah.
dude.
Even the moment where we saved JP and we brought him to the VU, we did a whole event with the cops where they uncuffed him for being a dancer. It was there were some funny moments, man.
I was actually what I was actually gonna say is from the early company and me, and this is again, it'd be different on different characters. I actually would want Mickey to be against Jean. I want Mickey to be against Jean Paul in the future. I think Mickey versus Jean Paul
in 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years when he comes back to roleplay. No, I'm serious. Like,
GTA 6.
because they would go at it in the company, but like kind of have to still like be nice-ish with each other. I actually think Mickey and Jean Paul are like really good opposing each other, or like good content opposing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you said Jean Paul. Who else would you golden ticket want in Hades?
Golden ticket. Fuck, that's tough, bro. Change their mentality. Probably Dundee. One of them. Probably Dundee. It's just
You like
the thing about that. Yeah, a lot of the crazy ones. They just like, I know that they just make my day more fun. You know what I mean? Genuinely, I don't know if it's like a soy boys fucking bias, but it's just every time I'm with them, there's just something going on. But I just know, like, for example, Whippy or Dundee, if he's not like in a leadership position, bro, it just doesn't work for him, you know? Yes, because he
Yeah.
needs to control the
He's
situation
too
a lot of the
hot-headed.
times.
Yeah, he's too
Yeah.
hot-headed too.
What else? I can't, bro. I can't think of anybody else right now.
No, that was interesting. All right, Ssaab, you're a free agent. You're a free agent crim. Tell me what you think Al Ssaab is like in a few different crews. What do you think? What's Al Ssaab look like in some various crews?
Oh, that's a tough question for me, honestly, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning the atmosphere. I'm still figuring out like what works when it's not, and that's the reason why I haven't really even decided to even make my own crews, because I feel like it would be really weird if I just tried to make a crew of other crims who are more experienced and have a lot of shit more than I do on Ssaab. So right now, I mean, I can definitely see Ssaab fit in, groups like Hades for sure, where he's helping out being
Don't
muscle
say
at the
that.
beginning.
Oof.
What? What's wrong with saying that?
He's giving the copium.
You're giving us the copium right now.
I
buddy.
can see being a pusher, muscle, working up to maybe helping out in bigger operations, things like that. I mean, I'm just gonna start like as a street muscle guy for somebody else, right? It's kind of like my plan. But first, I want to know what I'm doing. So if anything happens as far as that crew, at least I know I can help out.
Okay.
Are you a Cypress Don already? What's going on?
No, actually, this time around, I'm going against Lang. Ssaab and Lang are butting heads, so it's gonna be I'm gonna try to prove to him and fight him.
That's a good story.
The
honestly.
climax is gonna be me trying to fight Lang at the very end. So.
I like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was gonna ask, since I do have you guys here, I'm now like looking back on NoPixel 4.0. The company was fucking crazy. That was kind of like, that was an era. How do you guys feel post company? We sort of did like a pseudo. I actually loved the like podcast where a bunch of like former company, like all the company members came in. It was sort of like off the cuff. But like, how do you guys feel now post company? Because it sounds like you guys learned like a lot from that in creating Hades.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
I don't know why Ray's making that face.
Well, I just know what Lysium's thinking. I'm like thinking about Lysium's thinking.
What the fuck am I
Where's
thinking
your
about?
camera?
Huh?
What
What the fuck am I thinking
No,
about?
where's your
My
camera?
camera's on my second PC.
Tell him.
What are you thinking about? Lysium?
Tell him. What do I feel about?
I mean, I know that what Lysium liked a lot from the company was JP, right? So he probably misses him a lot. Unfortunately, in the storyline, due to what JP did to Ray and like Benji and stuff like that, there would be almost no way for redemption for that in Raymond Romanov's mind.
Well,
right?
yeah,
Even
speak
though
for Ray Romanov, not for Benji.
Yeah, he's forgiven already. What are you talking about?
Forgiven.
It's like time heals everything, bro. It's been 6 months. We're
It's
good.
funny. I love X, like he's a great guy, OC, everything like that. But Raymond, just there's so many issues
Tell him
between them.
boosting is back. He'll come back.
Do you know what's crazy about that? And I actually, to this day, I will always give X credit for the content that he created with that. Like, he took all of that shit and did nothing with it. Like, he just took it and then just stopped playing. Like, if you really think about it, like and how fast we got all that stuff back, but if you really think about like the sheer infrastructure, he just took that shit and then I'm pretty sure it's still like in an apartment somewhere.
Bro, because he was the biggest brain dead move. What the fuck? Motherfucker said, oh, what do I do now? Oh, nothing. Like in character, I'm sure it was confusing, right? For sure, bro. Because everything the character did was like to go against Changyang in the beginning, you know? Let's beat them, let's get ahead. And then he ends up, then he ends up stealing everything, and then he's just working for them. Okay, just like he cooked himself, bro.
You overcooked.
That's what you think about like, and also other RP.
That was just like very specific principles to the X character, I believe, you know?
I just realized something. All of the 25% that Mickey got, like all of that's just like we've just been farming Buckcoin. Like, I don't know if like Mickey and Breckers have actually done much with it, because I'll be honest, like part of it, they changed a lot of systems. It was just really hard for us to like independently do those heists, and also I just went and did other shit. But like, yeah,
I mean, that's part of it, right? That's part of it.
Yeah. Wait, someone in my chat said Breckers sold. No way, Breckers sold it.
That's meta.
Breakers,
Wow,
Breakers
forget
does
it.
a lot. Mickey,
I will
Breakers does a
message. I
lot.
will
Meta.
message Dimoke. I'm.
That's hard meta, man. If it was soft meta, I would allow it.
How
You heard it there from the admin, guys.
How dare
What's
we?
safe?
I need to
Oh,
wake up. I need to wake up.
He's
my
leaving. He's
character
leaving.
again. Oh my god. I need to wake up my character again. Fuck. It's hard, guys. I'm.
It's hard when you have no crew, but you can start building the storyline. You know, it takes 3 days. Remember, I always say, this
Dude,
to
it's
people.
not hard when I have no crew. Like, some fucking person's like spamming me on Twitter because like, oh, Blau barely even streams. I've got fucking Lysium messaging me from like people in his chat. I'm getting one guy by Lysium's chat.
Bro,
People are mad at me that I don't stream.
Are you
Why
fucking
listening
kidding me?
to the comments, man? Why
Bro,
reading that
because
shit?
it's true. It's true. The guy
Wait,
says every
part?
week, he's like, guys, I'm fucking coming back, guys. I'm Mickey. I've got a great idea today. Fucking 4 messages from Blau.
Okay, so
I'm coming back
false
this week,
promises.
guys.
Okay, so this is okay.
Guys,
That's different. That's different.
I swear, I have so many clips that are gonna age so well. When they are no, I have clips that are gonna age so well when people find out that I was actually very busy and I wasn't just okay. I will admit, yesterday I did just go to IKEA with Foosley and Ellum, and we were just role playing in the different IKEA room sections. Yeah, me and Ellum were literally just like, yeah, me and Ellum would just role play scenes.
What do you mean
like
you were role playing?
like I would just sit down
You're
in like
laughing?
in an IKEA room and pretend to be like on a Zoom call working. We did another scene where Ellum cheated on me, and I was really sad. Foosley recorded all this, so it's gonna be in her vlog. Yeah, we role played.
Wow.
I was gaming and he was my mom and shut off the PC. Yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. But
I can't wait to see on the vlog.
yeah, I had so many other questions I want to. Gang related activity. What kind of stuff do you want to see next for gangs and stuff? Are you guys focusing Hades mostly on like being a heist crew, or like what? Boosting just came out today. Is that like, are you guys gonna work on boosting and stuff like that? Wait, is that LARPing? Oh yeah, I guess I was LARPing. Sorry.
Speaking for
Word.
myself, 100% boosting is like always been something I enjoy a lot as a character.
Boost.
And S plus boost. Yeah, I remember seeing my face in every single chat because everyone has that emote. But yeah, the boosting was very fun. The heisting was very fun. And to be honest, there's a lot of really cool things I want to take Hades in the direction of. Like, we have so many people that are very interested in different criminal aspects, and what we're kind of doing is having different division leaders lead those things. Like our pharma division that takes care of drugs with this new fentanyl stuff, and we're so engulfed in that right now. So I'm just genuinely excited to see new things. That's it. Like even small updates coming from NoPixel, which they've been doing a lot with 4.0, have been so good for keeping people around and keeping people interested.
Yeah, I think that's just the main thing, bro. I mean, like, that's the job, right? You guys talked about how we're responsible for people's livelihoods, content, and whatnot. I think that's just our job as the leaders, bro. We just got to do it.
Facilitate.
Just got to be ahead of the game. Make sure we're not fucking behind, right? You know? Boosting got to be another
Did you
3
say
out of
falling
3.
behind?
Can't be falling behind, guys. Can't fall behind.
Schizo.
You're gonna be the Hades gonna be first S plus.
First fentanyl, first S
First fentanyl,
plus.
first S-
You know what's up, guys. Hashtag not even trying. I don't know, bro. I swear.
It's your fault. If you were trying, you'd have less haters.
Yeah. Wait, maybe we should. Oh my god, I don't want to see what version of Hades that would be, man. Ray in tryhard mode? I think that'd be nasty work. Guy wouldn't sleep.
No, I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to explain it. But we gotta give a shout out to somebody though. Like, since the topic's about building a gang, you know, Blau, I don't think there would be a gang for me and Ray without the characters KJ, Reggie, and Perez.
True.
I don't think it would be possible without them. Like, legitimately, they give the two of us so much power. It's ridiculous, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because their complete loyalty just gives us like 30 more people by proxy, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
They encourage so much RP when it comes to the other characters in the story and stuff like that. It's great.
When like these newer characters that like don't have as much of a name, like legitimately people say, is it in-city clout? Yes, there's in-city clout. You know, because these guys built up their characters from fucking nothing, and some of them didn't even stream. You know.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know, man. It's just when a new character comes in and they be like, why should we listen to Ray or Benji? Well, if fucking KJ can, you fucking will. You know what I mean? And then again, they all just fall in line.
Yeah.
That is true that there's like the in-city clout, the character reputation. Like Ssaab,
Look,
even
bro,
you coming back and
Like
playing Al Ssaab.
Breakers,
Like,
bro.
Mickey knows of Al Ssaab. Like
Yeah.
that's like a legendary character to Mickey even.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks Al Ssaab kills women.
You're not the only
What?
one, brother. The only one.
That's what Raymond
That's
heard
all I
too back in
hear.
the day.
People
Yeah,
are
Raymond.
scared. People think I'm undercover slacks or I'm about to kill him.
There is
Oh, bro, if you use the wrong voice, Sab, I don't know what to do, bro. Like, huh? The fuck
Already
you
been
Fucking
got
shot
one
once by the
voice.
Vagos. You could
Fucking-
already been shot once.
one voice Andy. Wait, you got shot? Is that like they thought you were slacks?
Yeah, they thought I was stopping their undercover fucking. They thought I was undercover as senior buns worker doing handoffs while they're selling drugs. I was like, no, I'm just doing deliveries for senior buns. That's it.
That's
Bro,
fucking
I do double
hilarious.
takes every time I see Sab's character, bro. Like, who's selling this in this shop right now? Sab? Is that you? Fuck, you know.
Okay, I have a new. This is a spicy one. Okay, you have to give this. This is now the red ticket. Okay, this is the red ticket that you guys have to give. You have to give it out. If you don't, you die IRL. You have to give this ticket to another gang, another crew, and you guys are going to be in a war with them for 1 week. What crew would you want to be in a? You have to be in a war. Who are you in a war with for 1 week, and why?
Honestly,
1 week.
I would choose, because we've had so many issues with this time zones, right? I would choose a group that is within the NA time zone. So it would be like, in my opinion, probably Cyprus or CG is probably the most active for our tsunami. I don't really think there's anyone else. Manor doesn't wake up during our tsunami as much. Stuff like that. Like, yeah, besties don't wake up during our tsunami. ADMC I think does. I would say those two.
I feel like it would
I
be.
feel like
I think it's
we've
better.
gone to war with all of them already.
I feel like it's probably better to go to war with a. It's probably better to go to war with a crew that is very fucking strong and connected, but in your time zone, as opposed to a crew that's not in your time. It doesn't matter how small they are, because it's like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on, you know?
Yeah, there's also some crews that's just not worth going to war with because they haven't built the reputation up in character that it's worth it. Like, some crews are so small or whatever that we wouldn't even consider that a war. It would just be like a
Who are you
conflict.
talking about here, Raymond?
Whoa,
I mean,
Ray.
I mean, there's a lot of crews I would. I mean,
I'm playing.
your beloved Lane and other characters. I don't
Whoa, my beloved.
Listen,
Whoa.
A week, honestly,
Fuck,
a week is a long time in RP, man.
now
So
it is. I feel like
yeah.
now it is. You're right. Yeah.
So for me, I would pick the clowns because I know it's not going to be like all silly and shenanigans, and I can tolerate it for a week. Versus gang for a week.
What if you have? What if you're at war? What if you have a 1 day war? A 1 day just all out conflict with one other crew? Who do you pick?
Oh, I think that CG would be fun. My
Dude,
opinion. think
I'd pick CG. That'd be fucking fun.
Yeah, I think that they have some great RPers. Obviously you can't control hoppers and stuff like that, but I think generally speaking that the streamers behind the characters stuff like that are pretty great, and yeah, it'd be fun.
Bro, I kind of got. I don't know if you guys. I played roleplay again, and it was fucking spicy. I played on Clay Kona, and I'm not. And I wanted to talk to Sab a little bit about the cop stuff. You know, kind of going away from gang stuff. I was playing. I was kind of like, what the fuck's going on? We were having to like chase one chase and then like get off of it because and like I just felt I was like, holy shit, there's just no cop numbers. Like, what are we even doing? I was just not fucking feeling it. And then we got, and then I'm with Crystal, and then we get into a fucking boat, and we're chasing Chain Gang, and they're in the fucking boats. And they finally started shooting at Air One, and it was like, oh shit! And we got locked in, and I'm fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, Crystal's driving the fucking boat, and it was we're the only cop boat, and I'm fucking shooting at Chain Gang on Clay Kona. I'm the fucking cop shooting at their fucking boats. It was like I feel like it was kind of like a neutral-ish sort of fight. I think we ended up catching one member of Chain Gang, but they also blew up Air 1 and downed like 2 cops. So it's kind of like a little bit of a stalemate, but holy fuck was it like the scene was crazy. So I feel like if I was in a gang and I could have like one solid day of just pure conflict with them, that would go wild.
Bro, 1 week, like actual war, I choose the PD.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
true.
would love to go against the PD.
So
Like
you're
I've
saying
never
the
had
PD
one.
is a gang.
Bro, PD is 100% a gang. 100%. Are you kidding me? If anybody
true.
thinks otherwise, come on.
A lot of very experienced RPers have told me in the past that the best group to go to war with or like have conflict with is the PD because it doesn't continue after whatever is done, you know?
Right. They have other shit to deal with afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel like with the PD, it ends on your, like, this is kind of a weird thing, but it kind of ends on the gang's terms. They can choose to just end it. And the PD has to just kind of respect that.
I mean, because they're not out there to get revenge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's justice, you know what I mean?
I feel like asking this actually, as people who play, you know, verified gangsters and criminals, how have you guys felt about like PD in 4.0 versus 3.0? I haven't been around enough to play. I'm still on the like, I'm waiting for the like PD resurgence.
I can speak about that a little bit. I think when I ended up joining 3.0, PD was still like building up and stuff. But near the end of 3.0, there was a very experienced group of people that were consistently awake and active on PD. And you could feel that depending on who was chasing you or who was in a pursuit with you or who was dealing with your situation. In 4.0, I still feel, even now, 6 months after, or whatever, how many months it's been, that they're still trying to build up to that point. And I think it's happening. I think there's a lot of great role players and great like drivers, everything like that in the PD right now. But it's still trying to find its root into things. It's like the way it operates, stuff like that. I still think it needs a little bit more work. Like identity is a good word, yeah.
I feel like the PD now is honestly, bro, they do so much. I'm not even glazing right now, dude. It's just they're so content based. It's so good for the crims, man. Like the amount of leeway that I've seen like some of these cops do, bro, is very content friendly. In 3.0, my God, it'd be like 6 Avengers plus another 6. You know what I mean? And then we'd have to do everything to get away, you know? This one is more like, you know, they can tell that you accidentally hit a pole, it was desync, they let you go. It's like so friendly. And I like that, you know? And I feel like it's gonna reach a point. I think it's gonna be good once there's like a soft guideline. I feel like that's what they're trying to find right now. You know what I mean? Like give them 3 leeway opportunities, then fuck them up. You know what I mean? That kind of, they're just all internalizing that. And I think once that happens, I think it's gonna be at the very least decent PD. Honestly, because it's so easy for them to. If they wanted to fuck the crims over, bro, they could do it overnight. I mean, Ssaab would just wake up and just be like, "All right, let's fuck them up," and I would just get fucked up. 2 minutes into the chase, pit him, kill him, done.
Yeah, Benji killing a hostage during our bank robbery and somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Like I killed a hostage doing one robbery. I was like scratching my nose and I misclicked my mouse, bro.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, "Oh my fucking!" I said, "I'd be dead." Like. If they were like full on RP mode, just kill this cunt, I'd be finished, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ray,
dude.
remember in 3.0, Mickey smoking the joint and I got breached?
Yeah.
Lenny, that's right. Lenny.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
dude.
There was some
Are you kidding?
crazy aggression in 3.0, which actually I haven't seen at all in 4.0.
Are you kidding me? You know, bro.
I still
You
think
that was bad?
I still
Oh,
think
man,
that
I'll
was
tell you
I
something.
think that was I'll still defend Lenny on that. That was totally fair. I think if I slash Mead press his gun to guy's head,
Yeah,
I
he
think it
would've
would have been
respected that.
he would have
Yeah,
respected that. I like slash Meads.
Brother,
I think I
brother.
didn't do that, so
In 3.0, I legit, bro. You remember Bobcat? You can't hear the voices through the door.
Oh yeah, the scuff. Yeah.
Fucking this cop, bro, tells me, "Open the door. I can't hear you." Snipes us through the door, bro.
Okay,
bro,
that's
I'm not
foul.
capping,
That's
man.
foul.
Oh, that's
I'm
dirty.
like, what the fuck is this shit?
I'm very like I'm very anti mechanics pro, like, yeah, that's
Was it Coil that did it?
Was it Coil?
I don't know.
It
I
was
don't think it's
Coil?
Coil, no. Coil had a like a YouTube moment after that. They were like, Yeah, I'll probably think the Vagos get fucked up because the cops have to deal with CEG for an entire tsunami, then they meet the Vagos. They just fuck the Vagos up to release pressure. What the fuck?
Hey, what are you? The
Bro,
release?
bro, like, so basically he was saying that like the cops will all be stressed out from dealing with Chang Gang and all the different criminals that were in NA. They'd come to AU, they'd fuck us up, you know what I mean?
Oh shit!
Oh, no, it's so funny.
What do we do?
Oh my god, it was Elmo, dude. He's got fucking Elmo, bro.
I'm watching this clip right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we ran away, bro. We ran away, man.
They just got hyper aggressive, and honestly, in our opinion, that was completely fine. But we were like, we did. The fact we didn't get shot.
If they killed me there, bro, I would have understood too. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I mean by like, I get what they're doing.
Yeah, okay, so this is like one of those where it's like if they had just blasted you, you're okay
there's
with
no
it.
problem
But the
at all.
fact that
Yeah,
they did a chase and then were just started with high aggression, I like that. That's fine.
Yeah, the problem is Ray kind of got away in about 10 seconds too with one jump. I'm like, fuck, okay. We look really bad right now.
I'm so used to the Avengers at this point.
Oh yeah, I was panicking, so I understand why he did it. I was like, fuck, we need to get away. We need to get away. Jumping is over.
Damn. What kind of gang stuff do you guys want to see now in the future? Like crew stuff. I've always wanted to see. I want to see more. I've always wished there was a drive-by mechanic. Like I don't know how it would look.
It's possible, but it's scuffy.
I will say I have really enjoyed that in 4.0. I know that some people talk about like boot and stuff like that. They are pushing for more events or things that make groups interact with each other, like conflict or fighting, like ammunition fights, where it doesn't leak out too much into continued extended wars. I love that. Like ammunition fights between 3 or 4 groups or whatever it is, like events happening. And I just think that's so fun. And I wish more of that happened. And it's just really entertaining to see.
I think that kind of like a short-term event PvP is good. That's good game design. I think that's like I think it solves a lot. It like keeps things spicy, keeps groups interacting, but solves a lot of the bigger issues of like
toxicity and stuff. It's really good for that. Like
because gang wars and stuff. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna say it gets really boring when everybody holds hands for a while too, as well, right? So you get to see different kind of conflict in gangs that wouldn't fight each other usually.
Yeah, true. That's true too. Even allies, like groups we're allied with, we'd probably still shoot them in the event, and it would because we won't know, who the hell is that group?
Right.
What do you guys want to see? Like, what other kind of besides those sort of events and more of that kind of PvP folks? What about you, Lysium? What kind of stuff do you want to see Hades doing?
Listen, you're muted.
Yeah, give me a second. Benji's talking to a kid right now. My son's awake. Give me a second.
Okay, I could talk about it a little bit. I'm very excited for
honestly.
When...
Well, I was gonna say though, Ray. I mean, if his son wants to speak, I'd love for like an actual intelligent voice to give us a. I'm kidding. Ray, go ahead.
Damn, man, shade.
Me personally, I'm excited for 4.0's like mechanics when it comes around machine guns and like SMGs or assault rifles, heavy machine guns. I saw it in the trailer. Everyone saw the way that the bullets hit the car, the explosion, stuff like that. I'm very excited to see how NoPixel handles that. So I'm looking forward to that. Recoil and stuff.
Bro, Ray's gonna be like fucking practicing the recoil of like whatever the guns are.
No.
Holy shit.
I don't do that. No. Although I did hear good things about like arena or something. People were talking about that.
Are you guys gonna? This is totally off topic. Are you guys gonna play in the Valorant tournament? Have you guys heard about that?
Valorant, ew. Charity, yes.
Charity, yeah. I heard about it a little bit. I didn't. I don't think I will be participating, but potentially. Would you? You know when it is?
I think it's in, what is it, chat? It's in August, or like it takes place during August and September.
Ooh, yeah, I'll look into it. Are you going to be participating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, it's role players and it's role players in Valorant, bro. People suck at shooting. You kidding me? Fucking clown.
If I play Valorant, I would 100% join them, but I don't. So
I'm new to Valorant. I could try it though.
Shut up, Ray.
I was about to say, there's no way.
Ray probably hasn't played in forever and would easily come back and be diamond level. And then if he plays for like a month, would probably get to Ascendant.
On a new account that I never placed with, I played placements and got diamond 2.
Yeah, you got Smurf detected, and then it placed you
Damn.
diamond.
I got
That's
Smurf
insane.
detected.
I will admit their Smurf detection is really good, which is kind of sick. Okay, where does Hades go from here? Like, what's next for like Hades as a crew? How do you guys want, like, whether that's OOC or in character? You know, what's next?
Well, my honest opinion is that I really wanted to get a good group of people that were solid role players that could help establish good like I don't know how to say this, like good like a good baseline for other people. So people, like, we got lucky. People gravitated towards us that were really good role players. Like we have Marlo, we have Fiona, we have these people that used to role play with us in Seaside and Russ, like KJ, Perez, Reggie.
Wait,
stuff like
Marlo
that.
joined Hades?
Marlo is the main member of Hades. Yes, like he's full Hades now, and same thing with Fiona.
I've
and other
always
people.
loved the character
And
Marlo.
bro, they are so good. They are incredibly talented with role playing things out. Like I think they're funny. I think they're talented. I think they're very well experienced. Ssaab knows them very well, probably longer than I have. And they're just doing a great job when it comes to establishing what it is to be a good role player to the other people, making good examples. So I think it's a good mix of newer people and people that are experienced, and that's what I wanted with Hades.
What? Hello? Oh, you cut off there at the end. Wait, why can't
Hello. There we go.
Hello?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I said Lysium's probably still dealing with Adam right now.
Oh, okay. I also want to ask you guys, I like to ask this if ever anyone comes on the podcast. By the way, you guys have been great, just vibing. I'm curious, like, who have been some of the big role play influences for you guys? Ray, you've been at this for a while. Technically I started before you, but you've played way more than me. Like, who would you say now are your big influence? By the way, I was gonna give you your flowers, Ray. I think your role play in 4.0 has been like really good. You've been solid.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That actually means a lot. Yeah, I've done some really cool things with the company. I kind of got away from the gang life at the start. I learned what it's like to just build things back up, and it was really fun. And plus, I played that like really gangbanger, like Russian mob character that's kind of like an asshole. And you told me about this, Blau. You mentioned it before, what it was feel like to play Liko and to feel that character. And I forgot exactly what you said about it, but if you remember.
I said this, and I don't know if you saw me do this, Sab. I played a character. It was supposed to just be a one life character. It was Nico Romanov, the cousin of Ray Romanov. And playing, and the whole thing was I'm just going to do an over exaggerated version of Ray Romanov. Playing Nico Romanov made me realize how good of a character Ray Romanov is. I was like, holy shit, Ray, like, actually, like, this character is so, like, Ray Romanov is such an iconic character in NoPixel now. Like, it kind of in the similar, I would say a similar thing of playing December Foos made me realize or help gain more appreciation for like the Foos identity. So too did Nico Romanov, made me like really appreciate what you created with Ray Romanov.
Yeah, I think it's really fun. It's such a different person than who I am. I love it. It's just very exaggerated, very cool thing to do, but definitely big influences for me, in my opinion. I mean, I joined and obviously I had like CG helping me out and I had CB at the time helping me out. But Hassan really did bring me into the sphere of like Nino Chavez and Lang Buddha and Tony Corleone, who taught me legitimately like almost everything I know about being a good role player and being a good like person when it comes to like characters and stuff like that. Like Buddha really like instilled some good ideas into me. Same thing with Nino, same thing with Tony. I met and I met you. Blau, like you had more experience than me and you taught me a lot of cool things too about having fun and like experiencing the other side of role plays too. Yeah, it's cool. Very, very cool.
Bro, I wish this election was over and then Hassan would come back to roleplay. But
Yeah, we miss Donnie, man.
guys, we ain't seeing him. It's a spicy time for his content. Let me tell you.
He's not coming back anytime soon.
What about you, Lysium? You're back.
Yeah. I love the Ray character, man. You know what I feel. You know who I compare it to. You have this like crazy moments, bro. You have some days you're like Dr. Evil. You know Dr. Evil. I mean, like it's so funny the shit that you say, dude.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that we all would say in the back of our heads, but you just suddenly say it, and we're like, "What the fuck did you just say that for, bro?" Like we had some RP with like Sparky yesterday, guys, and it was so funny because you can tell the vibe of what's going on, and then the Ray character has to like summarize it in his own fucking way, and it's so funny. He's like, Sparky's like, I'm trying to get the fent, mate. I'm trying to get the fentanyl, you know? And then Ray suddenly strikes a pose. He goes like, crosses his arms. He goes like, so you're telling me that this information is important to you, huh? You would say it's valuable? Listen, you don't have to pay me. I'm like, what the fuck, Ray? Where did that come from, bro?
Bro, I swear,
so cool,
the funniest thing, Lysium, the funniest thing about when I played Nico Romanov was showing up and I talk and you immediately went to your fucking Ray Romanov Russian voice. Hello. That was so fucking good.
It's so good. Because dude, like legit, like you think I'm memeing this, but I feel like the Ray character, it genuinely has like some really badass moments. But it's like Pepper with the funny shit. But I don't know if it's just funny to me because like I can laugh at the character because other characters, this guy would have just shot in the past, you know what I mean? And he'd just be like, fucking Benji, this fucking guy laughing at me. How dare he? You know, just so fucking, he's so good, bro.
Yeah.
So who are some of your big influences, Lysium? I'm curious. Who's like helped you to like role play better? Or are you just a god and you just
Bro, no. I was influenced by a lot of people, bro. I loved my first gang in NoPixel. I was with Whippy as a BBMC member. That was my first ever thing. I was played biker with BBMC. Then after that, it was the Vagos. So Speedy, Saeed influenced me a lot. Taught me not to give a fuck. You know what I mean? Then after that, it was me. I think the two of them really, really did a lot for me, bro. That's why I'm like, you know, I understand the game really well because of them. The way they went about things. Whippy was like, he played a character that really just made the wrong moves and made no friends. You know, just like fuck everybody. Let's get all the smoke and then get clapped for it. Then Speedy would be the complete opposite of like, yeah, let's fuck everybody, but hold on, let's make a few friends along the way. You know, because Speedy, like, I don't know if you know this, guys, but like in 3.0, the guy knew everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Like I'm talking
He was like
about
a merchant,
like,
you know what I'm saying? He knows
yeah,
everybody.
you guys don't like. I don't know if you guys even like realize it, dude. Like the trap houses, they would generate like $1 million a day, guys. Okay, and Speedy had like fucking 6 of them out of 7. You know, and it's just a different time. And just
Speedy's like the ultimate sweatshop boss, man. He knows how to run a shop.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Without even being there on the fucking weekends.
Yeah. He puts the right people in charge and he just comes
Exactly.
in, collects, and he leaves.
There's a reason Flippy and Benji came from the Vagos, you know? Fucking cool. Fully brainwashed.
All right. Also, I only have a few more questions for you guys, but I was gonna ask, like, what are you guys missing from 4.0? What's something from 3.0 that you wish was still going on in 4.0, or something that you've never seen before? That you're like, I want this. What are you missing from your roleplay right now?
Shit, I need to think about that. Ray, you can go first, bro.
I need to think about that too.
Sab, anything? What do you miss?
I miss robbing houses, honestly. I miss more petty crime.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Bro,
I miss like small robberies, like liquor store robberies.
Yeah. Dude, there's something about those house robberies from 3.0. My hands would shake. And there was also something about them being in Vinewood meant that you almost kind of had like foot chases like through the houses. I miss Vinewood house robberies were amazing. Ugh.
Yeah. Petty crime was a really big one. I remember my first like store robbery. I was so excited. It was a new crim. Stuff like that is really exciting when you're starting out, like an escalation of robbing things from like low tier crime to higher tier crime was really cool. They're doing a good job of that with Laundromat. Everything right now is different. I don't know. There's nothing particularly about 3.0 that I'm like missing that I don't think is going to be done the same or better in 4.0. Boosting is coming back. I'm sure that these big drug runs are going to be coming back. I think that 4.0 really did improve a lot of things that were issues in 3.0. The economy being one of them. I think that the fact of the matter is like wars won't last longer than a week or two right now because people just don't have the funds or the money or stuff necessary.
I like that.
to deal with it. I love that, man. I wish that was a thing in 3.0. Some
Yeah.
wars in 3.0 lasted a
Economy's
month.
a lot better in 4.0
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Dude, economy balancing is such a hard thing to do. So
Yeah.
props to them that you guys still feel it's balanced, like even this far in.
Yeah.
What do
I
you?
think it's
What do
great.
you? What do you? It doesn't necessarily have to be something from like 3.0. It's like what are you missing right now in your role play, Lysium? What do you want?
Just a little bit more organic stuff, I guess. I feel like I don't know how to word this, how to package this, bro.
Just say Mickey, man. It's okay.
I feel like everybody that's experienced just knows how everything's gonna go at this point. I don't know, like it might sound weird. It just feels so like that's why I'm glad we're doing Hades. It's really a different dynamic because I think everything that Ray can run his own gang, I can run my own gang without any problems at all. You know what I mean? But I think we chose to be together so that there would be a different dynamic, if that makes sense. And I think I don't think I really miss anything from 3.0, bro.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything that we can't, just I find myself a little bit jaded some days, but that's about it.
Yeah, you want like things that are more kind of like unpredictable. Something like
Yeah.
I used to say this all the time. Sab, we've talked about this, but it's like I love when it's like when people come into NoPixel like any day on the server and they're just doing something new. Like something is happening that's different than what you normally see. I love that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I feel the same way. I think a lot of us get stuck in this autopilot where we do these like things when we get on the server, like dailies, like WoW daily quest, where we just get on.
Yeah.
We do the same shit every single time because it's how we generate money and things like that. And we forget that sometimes it's okay to leave that cycle a little bit and try something new.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think even as someone who's like newer than you guys, I still had issues with some of the repetitiveness of some of the jobs, and I think it's been getting better with 4.0.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still being worked on and stuff, but
I
like,
think this is like we've reached a crazy level now, though.
Yeah.
This shit is fucking wow.
Well, what do you mean by
some of this
like the
stuff's
fact that you're
possible.
jaded? What does that mean? Like, what are you jaded as far as what? Like the future or just
Not
how
just,
things, the gang life, or what are you jaded about?
I think it's just the gang life and conflict in general, Sab. You know what I mean? I just know like the results. What I feel like every conflict is now inevitable toxicity unless you really, really set out not to let it hit you. You know what I mean? Like you just like that mental prep you need is fucking insane, bro. I don't know if people like even realize that.
No,
Like-
no. I mean, I get what you say, but I feel like it's just how roleplay is since it became
Yeah,
mainstream.
it is. It completely is, and that's why some days, like when I take these breaks and it's like more than 2 days, it's so good to come back. Like right now, I feel good because I just came back from the Philippines, a nice holiday, disconnected from everything. I can go for another year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
Yes.
for sure. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the key. That's the key. Is disconnecting. Or as soon as you're done, you don't read the comments. You don't even look at anything.
Yeah. Correct.
That's just the best way to go about it. If you want happy life afterwards, you need to do that.
Bro,
I agree with that,
I
100%.
used to review my own Reddit every single stream, like my personal Reddit where people upload like clips and stuff like that. I don't even do that anymore because I don't even want to look at the logo of that shit, bro. You know what I mean? The only time like I'd ever even look at something is if like an admin reached out and wanted to refer to something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. But other than that, no, I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
If it's not a real infraction or a real problem, if Sab doesn't DM me, I'm safe. I don't give a fuck. Oh.
I think that's important. Disconnecting, getting away from like RP chats, meta chats, stuff like that. I think a lot of people that are streaming that have been around even for a while have that issue, and it's just generally so much more healthy to just disconnect out when you're off the server.
Yeah, because you can get easy lost in the sauce. And like, I'm not memeing right now, but honestly, man, because you want to know what's going on, what's happening. You want to know, you want to be in the know so much that like it consumes you.
Yeah, like one of my Discord has one of the most like active GTA talk channels. I never look in there ever. I set like some mods that just look at it, moderate it. I will never go on that channel my entire life. So yeah, I think it's important.
I still hate Ray for naming his character Ray Romanov.
Wait, why?
Yeah, because it's him, right?
Bro, because that's like it's like yo, Ray, like dude, Ray, it's like Ray's a fucking psychopath. That's like what Wait, like
They
the
told
Oh,
character,
yeah,
right?
True, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so
whenever
I
somebody
was
names
new
their
at the
fucking
time.
character, it's cooked, bro.
Yeah, I tried to do something different with the last name, and I was so new at the time. I
Yeah,
didn't really know what I was getting into. I thought it was something small. I was like, oh, these guys just want me to try it out. Like I don't know who this Coil guy is. I don't know who this Gary guy is. They just want me to play the server.
Al Sap.
Yeah, I don't know anything that's going on. I'll just give it a try. I didn't think I was gonna be playing this 4 years later. Here we are.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you're like, talking to Sav's character and it's got the same name as like a streamer, right? That's fine. He's been around it long enough.
Yeah.
Try fucking arguing like Ash's character when she's 1 week old into the server, bro. And then how dare you say that about her?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you also have Valkyrie as Raymond. So then you got like
That
Raymond.
took a fucking
Raymond.
minute too, bro.
Yeah.
You would have to specifically say, Raymond, I disagree. You can't be like, Ray, I don't like what you just did there. Oh, you fuck.
And speaking of which, did you guys? Oh, Ssaab, you'll love this. Speaking of which, you guys know that we actually had Valkyrie, the role player, Ron Raymond, on the Roleplay Podcast. That's right, and you can find that episode on Roleplay Podcast on YouTube or
Oh, wow.
on
Oh, wow.
Spotify.
And where?
What was that? Oh yeah, Roleplay Podcast on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify and any of your favorite podcasting channels. That was our episode where we did an episode on the clowns, where you can find that role player. So I have to do that. I'm required legally to do that once per podcast. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good.
So
listen, guys. I mean,
When are we getting the sponsor?
I'm working on it, Ssaab. Hold on.
All right, keep working that. Keep on it.
I
It's
am.
gonna be Subway.
I'm-
It's gonna be
I'm-
Subway.
No, I'm actually. So I am actually pitching Roleplay Podcast to get a sponsor. I think it'd be kind of cool.
You
'cause-
should, man. I mean, listen. Who knows what happens with GTA 6?
Bro, I mean, well, it'll be crazy. We've been and I'm not trying to like give us to glaze ourselves too much, but I actually am really proud and again, thank you Ray and Lysium for coming on, and Ssaab, thank you for consistently doing it. Dude, we are now at over 20 episodes, and we take breaks, but we've been pretty consistently coming back, and I low-key I am more consistent with the podcast than I am with my own roleplay. So
Damn.
Yeah.
that's funny. That's kind of funny.
It's funny how a non-roleplayer is doing a roleplay podcast. It's great.
Mm.
well, speaking of which, I even told I told my Discord today I will wake up. Actually, you know what? You guys get to choose which. I'll let you guys choose which character
You
I wake up.
get
today.
on Mickey and let's do a boost in a little bit, bro.
All right.
You
Say
do
less.
boost. You
Yeah.
got 25 bit?
25-bit. Is that what's that?
We got-
Mudcoin?
No, man.
No,
It's
that's
Better Life
the
thing.
yeah,
we have a lot of it.
Oh, the racing thing. Yes.
Yeah, it's like Jenna. It's like the gonna,
You
Got
guys
it,
are
got it.
gonna have to meta dump the shit out of me.
Did
Okay?
you just say
Like,
Jenna? G&E?
Genie, Genna, whatever it's called. Yeah.
What
whatever.
the-
G&E?
Guinea?
Genna?
It was called Genna before. I don't know what the fuck.
Guinea. It's called Guinea, like guinea pig. Yeah.
Oh God. Is
I
it
don't know,
time?
man. I don't
Am I going back into roleplay?
Well,
Oh,
What do
You will know soon, Sab. You're getting into it.
Oh yeah, Sam should
Trim
join
life.
us today too. That'll be cooked, man.
let's. Hey, listen.
All
Sab, you're an admin.
all
We've
four of
not-
us there. Surely not OOC plan, guys. It's just randomly meet.
Well,
I feel like
if we
talking to
all
Sam
randomly,
today.
if we all randomly meet, then you guys can. Sab, you're gonna have to talk to the admin
We'll see,
team
we'll see,
because
we'll
yeah.
We'll see.
Shut
I'm
up.
gonna try to get back on. I'm gonna try to get back on.
Okay.
I have to go make dinner first, and I'll get back on.
All right.
Lysium, Ray, thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast. I hope you guys- I hope you guys
Thanks
liked
for
it.
having us, man.
That was fun.
You guys were great. It was just like, and it's just shooting the shit with you. Lysium, sorry for the OC beef.
I think you just missed us, man. I think you just wanted to talk to us. It didn't even feel like a podcast. I think this was just our fucking
Yeah, it's like how
voice
you been,
Discord
kinda.
voice
Yeah.
chats, bro. Yeah.
I have missed you guys. I'll be honest. So,
He said it was a building a gang, motherfucker. This was just how do you miss me? Do
shut
you love
up.
me? Do you what content do you miss? Do you miss me again? Bro,
Shut
that was
up.
like every third question.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ray C, Lysium, so much for coming on. You can find them, Ray C, at twitch.tv/Ray__C and Lysium at wait, Ray, Ray, you gonna try and just get Ray C? You gonna try and
So
Yeah, he should, bro. I
I
don't
work
know.
closely with Twitch, but unfortunately, the race C name is taken by a big race, or it's been taken by a partner. the Twitch partner named Racy.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
don't think I
If
can.
they're partner, yeah, they won't let you.
You're screwed. You're screwed.
Yeah.
And they told me, hey, you could take Ray_C, and I was like, I'm not gonna change my entire brand for 1_. So
Yeah.
doesn't really do anything.
How dare they for 1_?
How dare they? Well, that's Racy plays Raymond Romanov.
Bro, this
Lysium
guy's
plays
got
Benji.
last stream from this guy was 4 years ago.
What, me?
You know.
No, Racy.
No, from Racy guy.
Oh,
4 years ago.
All right. Thank you, Blau. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ssaab.
Oh, wait, Ssaab, what's our catch line? Tagline?
That's true.
Don't remember.
It's we'll see you in the city, remember?
Oh yeah, see in the city.
Damn.
Yeah, but
We'll
you know,
see
we
you in
have
the
to-
city, guys.
No, but you have to do it in the cool way.
Okay. Do it. I want to see this. I want to see. Can you do it?
See you in the city.
What was that? So no, stop.
I don't know.
What was that?
Go
So
make dinner,
bullshit.
Ssaab. You're tired.
What was
You're
that?
tired. Go make
Wait,
some dinner.
what? See in the city? Like, why was there like an upward inflection? I thought last time you did it in a
What
cool
was that
way.
finger point? Finger guns?
See in the city? Like, what was? What are we playing? Are we playing Roblox Dress to Impress? Like, come on. Give me a cool
God.
GTA one.
See you in the city.
Hey!